Hi and welcome to another monthly Zodiac tarot reading. In these videos you can pick your own zodiac sign, sun, moon and rising. In the description box below, click the timestamp and I'll tell you about your month ahead. So I'm gonna go over the energy of the month, blessings and challenges to expect, and then we're ending with an overall advice or next step to take depending on your reading. So click your timestamp, you can find them in the description box. You can always book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me. I will also link that in the description box as well. If you want like more personalized tarot reading, or if there's anything that comes up in the reading that I'm doing for you in this video that you would like some more information on. So yeah, let's get started with Aries. So hi Aries, let's first look Aries at the energy of the month for you. I have the Six of Cups. There's something that happened in the past, whether that is someone who you used to be in your life who is no longer in your life, that you are longing for. You are looking back, you're kind of sticking to what has happened in the past. You're not really looking into the future, you're really focusing on the past. So that is going to be the energy of the month. This can also indicate that there is a real need for you for reflection. So that could be another theme of the next month of December, where you're really gonna reflect on whether it is what you have or on yourself. What is it that you want? What is it in the past that you're trying to hold on to that maybe is better to let go of? Next, I want to look at what blessings can you expect. I have the World. This is completion, so the end of a cycle. So it could be that this person, this situation that you've really been holding on to, that it kind of completes itself. So either you're going to get over it, or there's something else regarding completion. For some of you, it might be graduation. Some of you might have been delaying your studies because of everything that's going on in the world, because I know I am one of them. But it could be that there's something that you've been working towards. It's a long time coming and it's finally being completed. So you'll know better than I do what that is. If there's anything that you've been working on, you're gonna see either it come to completion or it's coming into fruition. If there's anything that you've been manifesting, keep working on it. Don't look at the past. Don't think like, oh, I did that in the past. Now I'm just waiting for it to come true. No, you need to keep working at it, and then you're gonna see it come to fruition. I want to look at challenges to expect. What challenges can Aries expect in December? I have the Four of Rods. So usually this is a card of stability, of maybe even celebrating a milestone. In this card, you can see that they have found new people to go on this journey with them. That's gonna give them more stability, because they're not alone. It's not just the two of them, it's the four of them. And with four people, you stand a lot stronger. But because we're talking about challenges, it might be that you're not feeling as stable. What is it that is going on in your life that you're not feeling as stable about? Is it something in your work life, in your home life? Because with the Four of Rods, I do associate, personally, I associate it with the home, that there might be some instability in the home. Again, whether that is something that is in your house that has changed, where you are longing for the past. There are so many things that could have happened where that is the case. Might be some other sort of domestic transition, so anything that you're going through at home that is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So next, I want to know, what can you focus on? What's like your step or overall advice for you, Aries, for the month? I have the Three of Swords. So I think what this tells me is that you need to, first of all, take a good hard look at the people that you surround yourself with. Is there anybody who could make you feel disappointed? Is there anybody who has already made you feel disappointed? I think it's very important to think about it logically. We have the Three of Swords, so we have logic, think logic. I don't have any earth here, so it could mean that you aren't really very grounded, which makes me feel that you don't think logically about the people that you have in your life. If they, I have this thing in my head that I want to say. I'm translating it in my mind. English is not my first language. But what I'm getting at here is that there might be some people who have shown you who they are, but you either decided to not look at that, to not listen to that, to not look at the red flags. We have that whole red flag meme going on right now. I'm pre-filming this, by the way, so might not be going on as we speak. And there might be something in the past that they have done that you are holding on to, but they since have shown you that either they have changed or they're just a different person, and you need to listen to that. You need to grab your shit and go and choose yourself, go for yourself. You know what is best for you, and leave people behind who don't deserve to be in your life. I think that that is something that some Aries really need to hear right now, because once you choose yourself, you don't cling to the past, but you look forward, and you create more stability for yourself in that way, because you have more stable friendships, because you don't have that instability of feeling like they are, they might, how do I want to say this? They might stab you in the back. They might lie to you. You don't have to have that constant fear, because real friends don't give you that fear. You know that they're there. And if you have friends that don't make you feel like that, maybe they're not friends. So that is what I'm feeling, because once you've done that, then you can get to the healing. And the Three of Swords to me is also a card of, okay, you've been stabbed in the heart, it hurts a lot, but now it is time to heal. So that is my advice and the reading for you, Aries. I hope this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. Don't forget to watch for your sun, moon and rising sign. Subscribe to this channel if you like tarot readings and tarot videos in general. And I would love to see you next time. Bye. Hi Taurus, this is going to be your monthly prediction for the month of December. Let's see, what is the energy of the upcoming month for Taurus? I have the card of Judgment. Okay, it's going to be a heavy month for you. You're going to look at your life. You're going to take a good hard look at your life. You're going to have some realizations. When you see what you see here, I really like this. This is the Anna K Tarot, by the way. But you see here, these people, they are realizing something. They're realizing they're free. They realize they have the power to just walk out of here and be free and live the life that they want to live. That is the sort of energy that you're going to have in December. And it's great. It's definitely a blessing, but it can also be a specific energy to work with. You can also see this as like heaven. So because it looks like a Jesus angel kind of figure here. Maybe that says something to you in your personal practice. But I see the Judgment card as a card of an awakening, of a discovery, of a self-realization. There's going to be something that you have been struggling with a lot, and I actually want to get a clarifier card, because I tend to want a clarifier card with the Judgment card. What is it that you're gonna have a realization of? What is it that you're gonna realize and discover about yourself, basically, in December? Strength, that you have inner strength, that you can count on yourself, that you're reliable, that you have it in you to literally tame the beasts. You have it in you. I personally really love the Strength card. You're going to realize that you do have the courage to take up things that you wanted to take up. You're going to realize that you have influence over people, and it's very important to think about how you're going to use that influence. It's important that you know that you have the patience to wait for things when it's not the right timing. And overall, that you know that you're a dependable, very strong person. So let's look at some blessings. There are some blessings. We have the Page of Rods. So think curiosity. That is one thing that I personally associate with the Page of Wands. Being curious, being a free spirit. So this realization about yourself, getting to know yourself better, is going to allow you to be a little bit more curious about, oh, so I know that this and this is true about myself. What is it that I can do with that? So the Page of Rods really encourages you to know that you do have basically limitless potential. It's very important that with that, like you overcome like self-limiting beliefs. That is something that we see with the Page of Rods, especially after the cards that I just drew for you, that one of the blessings that you're going to have is to overcome those self-limiting beliefs. So you're going to be able to let go of at least a bit of the self-doubt that you've been holding on to. You can see this as like an awakening passion, especially after the Judgment card with the Strength card. You're going to have a lot of realization. Like I said, it's going to be a blissful month, but it's going to be very tough and hard to work through all of it as well. Yeah, that is what I see for you for blessings. So let's see, what is the challenge here? Because we have some great things happening for you, but what are some challenges that are going to come with it? I have the Seven of Pentacles. This tells me that it's something that you really need to work hard on. It's something that you most likely have already been working towards. Like I said, the Seven of Pentacles is a card of, okay, you just have done the work. You've already worked very hard. Now let's take a look back, take a step back and take a look at what we have already done. So the things you've already done, are those all steps towards overcoming self-doubt? Are those all steps towards self-realization, overcoming self-doubt, all of that kind of stuff? You have to be careful to not create like a lack of vision when it comes to that process, if that makes sense, and to make sure that you are not wasting your energy, that you're putting your energy into the right direction, into the right things. And I think when we look at the cards so far, I think the thing that is really important is your confidence. I think that is a very, very big theme for you for the month, is confidence. Some of you may have had some things happen that kind of broke your confidence. That's not strange. A lot of us, that happens to a lot of us. And I think December is going to be a great month for you to rebuild that confidence. But it's very necessary, and it's going to be very challenging to do, to take a step back and to see, what are the things that I say to myself? Do I give myself compliments? Am I extremely hard on myself? Those are the kind of reflection card or questions that you need to ask to yourself. So again, that's a challenge. It's like very much shadow work type energy type things that's being asked of you here. So now I want to see like the overall advice, focus. I have Justice, knowing that if you work hard on it, then it will come. You will get what you are owed. So if you put in all of that energy, if you put in all that positivity, if you keep giving yourself compliments, if you keep working on your confidence, then it's gonna come. That is what I'm feeling here with the Justice cards. We have quite a bit of major arcana cards, but yeah, the Justice card is a card of consequence. So knowing that what you put in, you'll get out of it. And if you only are negative towards yourself, if you only put yourself down, then that is how you're gonna feel. So I think that is something that is very important for you to keep in mind when it comes to December, Taurus. So thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear in the comments down below how you resonated with this reading. I would love to hear from you. If you want to see more videos on tarot and more of these tarot readings, definitely subscribe to this channel. I do them all the time. You can also book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the link in the description box below. For now, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi Gemini, welcome to your December predictions. Let's dive right in. What is the overall energy of the month for you, Gemini? I have the King of Pentacles. You are setting goals, you have set goals, you are determined on getting them, and you're gonna get pretty close. The King of Pentacles is someone who has worked very hard. They have very much mature energy, and mature in like way, like, how do I want to say it? Like very responsible is a word that I was looking for. Very responsible energy. So you're gonna feel a lot more responsible this month. There are gonna be more responsibilities, maybe even handed to you. So think maybe for some of you it could be a promotion, or you're just gonna feel more responsible. Maybe you've been Some of you might have been, I feel like this is a Gemini thing, I don't know why. Some of you might have been hesitant to take on a couple of responsibilities, because I do see Gemini as pretty free-spirited overall. But in the month of December, you're going to be asked to take on some responsibilities, and I think that the King of Pentacles is telling you to do it because you can, and you have the talents, and you can do it. So next I want to see what are some blessings to expect in December. Some blessings. I have here the Four of Cups. I think this is pretty interesting as a blessing, because usually this card is like you have everything that you want, you're in a pretty comfortable place, but you're not content. So what I think is gonna bring you blessings is meditation. I don't know if meditation is something that you often do, but I think that it's something that you are encouraged to do in the month of December. So some of you might have been a little bit stuck in daydreams. You're definitely encouraged to try and turn those daydreams into actual dreams and goals, especially with the King of Pentacles here. That is definitely what you're encouraged to do, because that action, that is gonna bring you blessings, if that makes sense. So let's look at some challenges, Gemini. What are some challenges in the month of December that you can expect? I have the Nine of Rods, determination. It's gonna be pretty hard. There's something that is going on. I can't quite put my finger on it. I really hope that you, Gemini, who are watching this, you feel what is going on here, what I'm talking about, because it feels kind of vague, but it's also very, very general. So I think that you really need to know what this applies to, because there's something like some sort of journey that you're on. It can be, I think for many of you, because we do have the King of Pentacles, I think for many of you this is career related. A few of you this might be relationship related. I think mostly career. For some of you it might be something that you're passionate about, something again having to do with your career. But there's a journey that you are now in a part that's really, really hard. You're really, really struggling. And it's really hard to keep going. And I think it's important through meditation, through setting your goals. What is it that I want? What is it that I want to work towards? What is it that I want? Is it worth it? What can I leave behind? And what do I need to be resilient in? And what do I need to do? What do I need to be able to push through and to be resilient? You know, I think that for many of you, that is really, really important to know that, okay, so I want to be resilient, but what do I need to actually be able to do that? And I think for a lot of you, meditation, that's going to help. Next, we're going to look at some overall advice, some overall, like, what is the next step that you can take? Overall advice for Gemini. We have the Moon. Listen to your gut, listen to your intuition. I strongly associate the moon card with intuition. We have a lot of water here in this card, so think feelings, emotions as well. Allow yourself to feel. What I see here is this person here that we have had the Four of Cups for blessings. This person here, he tries to put on a front. He tries to not feel his emotions, but I think that you should feel your emotions, because once you know how you feel, you'll have a better understanding of what it is that you need, at least on an emotional level. So, and I think that that is going to be very important for you to figure that out next month. That is the overall energy that I'm feeling. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. If you do tarot yourself, definitely don't be afraid to pull a couple of cards for yourself as well. If you don't read tarot and you would like some more advice on any of this, you can book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me. You can book a tarot reading with anybody else who you trust. But yeah, this is the reading that I have for you so far. Gemini, thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear in the comments down below how this resonated with you, because I felt like it was pretty vague, but I also felt like it needed to be. I don't know why. I felt like it needed to be. So you can book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the link in the description box below. If you want to see more videos on tarot readings, all that kind of stuff, definitely subscribe to my channel because I do that all the time. For now, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the month of December. Let's see what we got for you. I want to get a card for my Cancers in December. What is your overall energy of the month? I have Strength. I personally highly associate this with inner strength, especially here you can see taming the beast. Whether that is taming the beast, whether the beast is in a relationship, in a friendship, in your career. It can be it can be like a mental beast, like mental illness or some anxiety, but that is the overall theme that I'm feeling here, to tame a beast. And of course the beast, I think of Bella and the Beast. That is what I'm thinking of, but it's something that some of you might have made really, really big in your heads to be, but that when you try and finally tackle it, it's not as bad. For some of you it may be, but I think for most of you it's not going to be that bad, and you're going to be able to handle it. And that is what I see here in the Strength card, that you are strong enough to tackle the beast, whatever the beast is. Again, for some of you it might be leaving a certain person behind, that is the beast that you need to tackle to be able to have I feel freedom, like to have a little bit more freedom and less anxiety in your life, and less pressure. Pressure is the word that I was looking for. To have less pressure. I think that is the overall theme that I'm feeling here, Cancer. I hope that you have something in mind, that you know what the beast is that you need to tackle. It can be self-doubt, because I think with the Strength card comes confidence. So the inner beast that you need to tackle could be your self-worth. If you are having self-doubts, then that might be the beast that you're gonna tackle. So let's look at blessings. Cancers, what blessings do I have for you? I have the Ace of Cups. Oh, okay. I know oftentimes this is seen as like a card where new love comes in. I think it's love of any kind. It can be, and especially in this card, you guys, I see here a woman or a feminine energy, feminine person filling their own cup, taking care of themselves. That is what I see. The blessing is that you're gonna be able, by tackling this beast, you're gonna be able to take better care of yourself. Filling your own cup, giving yourself self-love. I think I definitely see that for you, Cancer, here in these cards, that next month you're gonna be able to give yourself some more love. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be something that you're just gonna do. It's something that you need to work towards. But that is what I'm feeling. I see more emotional fulfillment. That is what I'm seeing, and new emotions, so new feelings that you might not really be used to, especially when it comes to self-love. So, like I said with the Strength card, by tackling this beast, you're gonna take care of yourself, and you're gonna fill yourself with more love and more room to feel emotions, and for some of you even not be guilted for feeling those emotions. So what are the challenges? Because it's not an easy thing to do. What are the challenges? I've got two. First, I have the Knight of Swords. This could be a person who is very, very impulsive, who's gonna try and who's not gonna like maybe even being cut off. That could be it. But the Knight of Swords is somebody who's very impulsive. They are very action oriented, but they don't think before they do. That is the challenge here that I'm feeling. So this could be somebody else. The challenge that you're gonna have to deal with next month is this person, this Knight of Swords. It can also be that you're encouraged to think before you take action. So you might know what beast you have to tackle, and you're like, okay, let's just do that, let's cut this person off. No, you need to think about it and really know that, is this how I'm gonna fill my cup with self-love? If I leave this person, or if I do this, is this gonna fill me with more self-love because I'm finally able to do this and finally able to choose for myself? I think you're encouraged to think before you take action, to not be impulsive, and to really focus on the situation, and to really take more focus in general, if that makes sense. To have more focus. I don't know what the English words, the correct English words are for it. And then I also have, which goes really well with the Knight of Swords, I have the Fool, and this is somebody who is reckless, who is naive. So you are again encouraged to not be naive, to think, okay, but to also not let anybody else walk all over you. So if you think a certain person is toxic, you've thought that for a while, you really feel it, you really feel like, I need to cut this person out, or I need to cut this situation, I need to battle this beast, like we said, I need to tackle this beast. Don't let the beast manipulate you. You are not naive, you are smart, and you know what is best for you, and you can take care of yourself. That is something that I don't know, some of you might need to hear that. So that is what I have for and the Fool also indicates taking a risk, but taking a calculated risk and not taking a reckless risk, if that makes sense. Yeah? So like a safe risk. Now I want to pull a card for the overall advice, some sort of next step. What is it? The overall advice that you have for Cancers during this month. Oh, High Priestess. I see this as a card as you might not know everything yet, because the High Priestess is guarding like some knowledge, but there's also this feeling of intuition. So even though you might not know everything, maybe there are some facts that are being hidden from you, some secrets. Trust your guts and know that if something feels off, it's probably off. But also know that you don't have all the information, but make an informed decision with the information that you have. That is what I'm feeling here, and that is the overall advice. I don't know where it cut off. I'm pretty sure I said about making an informed decision with the information that you have. And then I wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear in the comments down below how this reading resonated with you, as well as if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through the link in the description box below. And if you want to see more videos on tarot, definitely subscribe to this channel because I do them all the time. For now, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi Leo, welcome to your monthly prediction for the month of December. Let's see what is the overall energy of the month for Leos this month of December. The Queen of Rods, the Queen of Wands is this. Confidence, if that is if that isn't the most Leo thing that I've ever heard. No, but the Queen of Wands is more about being in your power, and that is what you're gonna do in December. I feel some of you might have been struggling a lot in November. I don't even remember the Leo reading for November, but you can check that out as well on my channel. But the Queen of Rods for the overall energy of December, being in your power. Like I said, some of you might have had a tough month in November, and you're gonna be able to step more into your power for the next month. So to be more independent, to have more courage as well as more confidence. I think you're gonna have a very Leo month in December. Some of you might have not really had a very Leo month in November, but I feel like that is definitely coming in December for you. So let's look at some blessings. What are some blessings that we can expect? Here I have the Page of Rods, and the Page of Rods is not only curious, but this is a card, especially with blessings, that tells me that you're gonna overcome self-doubt. So again, we have the Queen of Rods that gives me confidence. We have the Page of Rods, overcoming what did I say, self-limiting beliefs, not having self-doubt, or overcoming self-doubt, and you're finally able to let go a little. because the Page of Rods is more of a free spirit. They know that they have limitless potential. They are more like a fearless kind of person, like very free-spirited, fearless, curious kind of person. You can see here that they are looking over this wall here because they're just so curious. Like, what could be out there? Could there be something that I like? Could there be something that I can join or whatever? And that is the kind of energy, the kind of mindset that you are encouraged to have, because once you are trying to be a little bit more free-spirited, once you're trying to be a little bit more curious and be open to be inspired and be open to new ideas, I think that is going to bring so many blessings for you in December as well as the months after. That is definitely what I feel for you, Leos. Let's look at some challenges for the next month. What are some challenges for Leos? I have the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords, which is kind of interesting. I think that there's gonna happen something because the Wheel of Fortune indicates like the turning of the wheel, and usually it is like good luck. But we're talking challenges, so we're gonna look at them up in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse being a little bit more out of control. Again, I think that November has been very hard for a lot of you. So think with the Wheel of Fortune to change that wheel around and to go from the more negative into the more positive. Because if you don't turn that around, then December is going to suck just as much as November did. And it's really about your actions and your mindset. Really take that Queen of Rods and that Page of Rods energy and mindset to turn that around, so you can create more good luck for yourself, if that makes sense. Because the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse is a card of like a downturn, so something that's happening that doesn't feel too great, being a little down on your luck. So I think that it's really about how you turn that wheel for yourself. What is it that you're gonna do in December that's different from in November that is gonna turn it around for you? I think that's really, really important. And then we also have the Six of Swords. So usually the Six of Swords is a card of escape and you choosing to go away. But when it's in reverse, it's clinging to unhealthy pursuits as well as unfinished business. I think, again, that this indicates that you shouldn't hold on to unhealthy things that you did in November, because November wasn't a great month. And again, what are you going to do to turn December around and to do something different in December than what you did in November? That is what I'm feeling here for Leo, for you. So now I want to grab a card for overall advice. Overall advice for the next, like, what is the like a next step to take for Leos? I have the Page of Swords. Let me focus that for you. Page of Swords is a card again of new ideas. So allowing yourself to get some new ideas. What is it that you can do yourself? What action can you take to get some new ideas? Whether that is, again, for your career, for your passion. Some of you might be lacking hobbies. I don't think that overall for Leos, I don't really see them as hobbyless kind of people, but you know, maybe I'm really I'm biased because I'm a Leo and I have 1,000 hobbies. But I think that is something that you're encouraged to do, to encourage to find out, to be a little bit more curious about things, as well as getting all your ducks in a row, to not have like very scattered thinking, but really think about what is it that you can do, what actions can you take to turn it all around for you in December. So that is what I have for you, Leos. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know in the comments down below how this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. And also, if you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the links in the description box below. And for now, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi Virgo, welcome to your monthly prediction for the month of December. Let's dive right in. What is the overall energy for Virgo of the month of December? I have the Fool. Oh, this is gonna be a little tricky for some of you Virgos who like routine, who have a routine, and who like things done in a particular way. Because the Fool card indicates not only change and new beginnings, but taking a risk. There's something that is gonna require you to take a risk. And of course, knowing Virgo, it's not gonna be an uncalculated risk. It's not gonna be an unsafe risk, but there's something where you're gonna have to take a risk of some kind. And I think that one of the keywords that I always associate with the Fool is being naive or naivety. And of course, I don't think Virgo overall are very naive, but maybe in the month of December, some of you might almost be a little naive about some things, but this the Fool card really reminds you to not do that and to stick to your logic, which I know Virgo are great at. Let's look at blessings. What blessings can Virgo expect? Do I really have this many? I kind of do. I kind of do. I have the Judgment card, a realization of some sort. So there's going to be something that you've been thinking about a lot and you're going to have this realization. And that realization might actually lead to you taking a leap, to you taking a risk. We have the Wheel of Fortune as well, a card of a turning point. There's going to be something, a turning point regarding karma, maybe even something that happens to somebody else that's going to help make you realize, hey, if I don't do this, then I could end up the same way, and that is going to lead to you to take that risk. I also have the Knight of Cups, and this can indicate a person coming into your life. Like a Knight of Cups can sometimes be seen as like a Prince Charming, but there might be somebody who you have like a romantic relationship with, or just a deep relationship with. It is the Knight of Cups, so for some of you it doesn't have to be like a very deep emotional relationship, but there are some emotions involved. And they are going to be a blessing for you. Maybe they're going to help you realize things. Maybe they're going to help you figure stuff out. Maybe they are the one that something happens to that makes you realize, oh, I'm going to have to do things differently. I think that is something, they are somehow involved. So let's look at a challenge that is going to come for Virgo. The changing itself, the changing in the mindset, the changing in after the realization, that's going to be a challenge. And the Death card, it really is about transformation, but it's not always in a transformation like physical or some sort of way. I see the Death card more as a change and needing to, in this case, kind of give in, take his hand and go with him. To make that change, to take that leap, to take that risk, even though it might be really hard to do. So the challenge for Virgo is to change something. It doesn't even have to be a big change for some of you, but it's going to be a change, and that is going to be the challenge in itself for you, Virgo. So let's look at the overall advice. So what is the overall advice, next step that you have to take, Virgo? The Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a card of giving and receiving. So what you see here, they have worked really hard to have a lot of material stuff. And here they are like paying it forward. So it's not just about giving and receiving. They are giving, they are receiving, and they are not giving because she has once given them something. I mean, maybe, but it doesn't really look like it. It looks more like paying it forward. So whether you are the person who's paying it forward or the person who is receiving it, there's something in there regarding a next step to take or overall advice. I feel like being thankful, some sort of energy exchange, rebalancing of finances, but it doesn't really make sense. What is it that has to do with giving? I have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is about responsibility, which you are not new to, Virgo. Responsibility, trustworthy. Oh, so knowing that if you receive something, get it from a trustworthy source, get it from a trustworthy person. And also if you give something to somebody, know that they are trustworthy. I don't know why that popped up. Maybe that is something that you are currently in, like right now, that you need to hear, or that is just something, I think it stands alone from the rest of the reading here, because it has very different energy for me. But that is what I'm getting here from like advice overall next step. So thank you so much, Virgo, for watching. I would love to hear how this resonated with you in the comments down below. If you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the link in the description box below. And I would love to have you here on this channel as well. So subscribe if you want to see more videos on tarot. For now, I just want to say thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you next time. Hi, Libra. Welcome to your December prediction for the month of December. So let's look first at your overall energy. What is your overall energy? Ooh, I have these 7 of Rods. People are trying to cross your boundaries and you are defending yourself. It doesn't just necessarily have to be like your actual boundaries, like they are overstepping your boundaries, but people are just doing things, saying things to you that are like we tend to think about boundaries as maybe physical, like if they come too close physically, then you're like, no, I have boundaries. Or if they want you to do something, you're like, no, that's overstepping my boundaries. But we can see boundaries and we can see overstepping boundaries in a lot of ways. If you are overstepping your boundaries, you're gonna have to defend yourself, and that is something that I'm seeing in December. People disagreeing with you, but in like almost an aggressive way, where you feel like you have to defend not only your boundaries but your morals as well, even though you might not even feel like defending them because you didn't like want to start this discussion, but they did, and now you have to defend yourself, and it feels very very tiring. So let's look at some blessings for Libra for the month of December. Blessings for Libra. Devil. You're gonna get some distractions, I feel like. It's super interesting when you have the devil as a blessing. So also like bounding. So a lot of these people are bound to be here and maybe they don't want to be. So it's when we see this as a blessing, it's like the breaking of chains. So there might be something that you feel like you can't get away from. Maybe it's this discussion or this thing. Some of you might have been in this discussion for a long time with multiple people because it's about a certain subject. But there's gonna be the blessing that is gonna happen for you, Libras, is reclaiming power, also like almost like reclaiming your power, recovery. There's the breaking of bad habits, finding a way out of something. So there might be something that is really toxic for you and you're gonna find a way out. That is the, and reclaim your power. That is the blessing that I feel for you, Libras, here. So let's see what is a challenge for the Libras this month, because breaking of chains, not easy. What is the specific challenge that Libras are gonna face? The High Priest. There might be somebody who has a lot of power, which is why we have that bondage, we have that those chains that you're finally breaking, because the High Priest, the High Priest, by the way, is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is a very big power. You can see this as like an institution, so think school, college. You can see this as an authority figure. I tend to see the Emperor more as an authority figure and the High Priest or the Hierophant more as an institution. So again, the government, we can see school, we can see tradition, marriage, that kind of stuff. But we have it as a, what did I say? Challenge. So there might be, again, we have some personal beliefs that are being challenged, and that is a challenge in itself, because sometimes we don't feel like having the discussion, but people keep wanting to discuss shit with us. So some of you might feel a little restricted about what you are able to say, what you are able to talk about. Some of you might feel like you're being watched, or for some of you this might be in an actual workplace where somebody keeps wanting to discuss something, somebody keeps overstepping your boundaries, and even though you don't want to talk about it, you're kind of forced to, but you're also, some of you might be in a professional setting, so it's it's a struggle to try and balance that. So let's see what the overall advice is to deal with this, because it's quite a pickle. We have, let's see, the 10 of Rods is the 10 of Wands. And you can see here that they are being scared that this is all gonna fall over on top of them. It's a feeling of being overwhelmed. I think it is something that you need to communicate. I think it's something that you need to speak out, either with your boss or with the... I actually think that the person you're discussing this with is not the person, for most of you, is not the person who you need to speak this out with. I think you need to take it higher up. I really do. At least for some of you, you need to take this higher up. I also have the Ace of Rods, indicating something new. So after all of this, I think some of you might need to find something new. The Ace of Rods is a card of like a seed of potential. It's a card of potential, of creative vision. And I think that that is something that you need to focus on to be able to get through this, is there anything that sparks like a little fire inside you? What is it that sparks your passion? I think that you are encouraged to focus on that to be able to get through all of this. And I also have the Knight of Swords here, a card of impulsivity. So you're encouraged to not be impulsive, but to think things through. But in the end, you're gonna have to take action. You have to do something. You cannot be passive. You have to take action. And that is the overall advice for you, Libra, for the month of December. I hope this resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments down below how this resonated with you. Would love to hear from you. You can book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the link in the description box below. And if you like seeing tarot videos, definitely subscribe to this channel because I do them all the time. For now, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your monthly prediction for the month of December. Let's dive right in. I would like one card for your energy of the month. I have the Page of Cups. Let's get it focused here. The Page of Cups is somebody who's very idealistic. So seeing the world through rose-colored glasses. And maybe that is something I've put on incense, by the way. You're the first zodiac sign that I put incense on. I don't know, I just felt like burning some incense. But it might be that you are encouraged to see the world in a more rose-colored glasses kind of way. Maybe you've been a little bit pessimistic lately, and you are encouraged to see the brighter side of things as well. So the Page of Cups is also a card that encourages taking on creative opportunities. So there might be some creative opportunities knocking that you are encouraged to take advantage of. It also makes me think of not being insensitive to other people. So maybe that is something that you need to hear. So let's look at your blessings for the month of December. What are your blessings that you can expect? I have the card of the Chariot. You can see here they are busting off. I don't know if that's, I don't know why I said that. I said it like that. They are charging is what I wanted to say. They are charging, in this case, towards the sun. They have seen what it is that they want and they are going to get it. And that is the energy around the blessings. That's the energy around the blessing for December for you. So you're gonna have the willpower, or you're gonna get some help getting the willpower to get the drive to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. So I think that is really great. I see determination. I see, like I said, being very driven. So that is those are some blessings. Like, I think if you try to see more the bright side of things, then it's going to be easier to be optimistic, to be positive, and to do the things necessary to succeed. So let's see, what are some challenges that you need to overcome, Scorpio? I actually have two. I have the Three of Rods and the Page of Rods. So what I see, first of all, with the Three of Rods, and we have this as a challenge, right? This is the Three of Wands. You might be, or some of you might be playing it a little bit safe and a little bit small. There might be some limited perspective. You aren't really seeing your full potential. And I think once you see that, you are able to charge at it and to go get it. But right now, I think you are thinking too small. You're really limiting yourself. That is something that comes with the Page of Wands too. I drew this for a couple of other zodiac signs as well. So the Page of Wands tells me that you need to redirect your energy. You've been putting your energy into the wrong things, and the challenge for you for the month of December is to redirect that energy into something that is a little bit more productive, that is a little bit more helpful and more positive as well. And to take off those, what do you call them? They're not like blindfolds, but you have these things on where you're very much limiting yourself, and not only in what you see, but also what you see about yourself, your own potential. You have self-doubts, and you are encouraged to work on that for the month of December. Now let's look at what is the overall advice that I can get for you, Scorpio. The overall advice, like a next step to take. Ooh, I have 2 8s. That means something. I don't know what that means. I'll think about that, what that means. But first of all, I have the 8 of Rods, which you can see here. If there's something that's handed to you, make it work. Use it for your advantage. So in this case, you're getting advice from me to leave behind like the negative, and which is interesting, by the way, because I just put out, like, I had a little lunch break after doing the Libra reading, before doing your reading, and I put on some incense, which is for self-love, and I had this little smoky quartz crystal, which is about releasing negative energies, clearing the air, cleansing like of negative energies. And now I'm pulling all these cards for you, Scorpio. I'm pretty sure it was meant to be. So the 8 of Rods is a card of, I kind of forgot what I was saying. Like, I am handing you advice, giving you the things, and you need to make sure that you take use of it. You can see here, it is about the receiving of news, the receiving of something, taking the appropriate action to actually do something with it. And then I also have the 8 of Pentacles, which is a card of working hard. There definitely is progress in both of these cards, but here the progress is, or part of the progress, what's going to help you progress is getting something handed to you. Well, in the 8 of Pentacles, it's making it work and working hard. And there is also something to do, I think, with expectations in here. Because there's somebody doing work and this person has expectations of this person's work. So there might be something in that too. Is somebody expecting a lot of you? Do you want to live up to those expectations? Do you think you're not good enough for those expectations? Or do you think those expectations are bullshit and you don't want to live up to them? And that could also be the case. So that is kind of what I'm having for you here. Right, I wanted to look up getting 2 2s in tarot. I know that means something. Divinerism, I think, from Lisa Boswell. And she writes that she would interpret 2 8s as a symbolizing willpower and motivation, which we do have the Chariot, so that just makes sense. But also a desire to do things perfectly the first time around. But we do have the 8 of Pentacles here, of course, so that tells me that it requires hard work and things are not going to turn out perfect the first time. Yeah, you will try your hardest to do a good job, be noticed. Your current path is just a stepping stone for something greater. I think that is really, really great. So yeah, that is everything that I wanted to get for you, Scorpio. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know in the comments down below how this resonated with you. If you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the link in the description box below. And if you want to see more videos on tarot, definitely subscribe to this channel because I do those all the time. For now, just thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you next time. Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your monthly prediction for the month of December. So let's dive right in. What is your energy for the month of December for Sagittarius? Woo! It's your season we're in right now, right? I think so. Ooh, I have the Tower, which is a card of, is it focusing? Which is a card of rapid change. These are changes, things that are happening around you that either aren't really gonna feel great, or they're things that you did not choose. You did not choose for this to happen, but they did. And now you need to make it work. You need to make it towards your advantage. So let's see. So we have this energy. There are things that are going to be changing around you in the month of December. But what are some blessings that can come out of this? So things are going to change. It's not going to feel nice, but what can happen? We have the Knight of Swords, but we have this as a blessing. So the Knight of Swords is like very action packed. So I feel like this Tower moment, whatever it's gonna be for you, that is going to trickle down in some actions, in some things happening. You're going to be able to take some actions that you haven't really been able to do before. So this change, this Tower moment, is going to be a blessing in disguise, because you're finally going to be able to do the things that do some things that you've been thinking about but had not really have been putting action into, and now you finally can. The Knight of Swords, again, is somebody who is unstoppable. They have a high motivation. They are really ambitious, and again, very action oriented. So when I look at this as a blessing, whatever this Tower moment is gonna give you more motivation. It's gonna make you unstoppable. Gonna really help with your ambition towards this certain thing. And yeah, again, it's gonna be a blessing in disguise. Or even if the Tower moment doesn't trickle down, doesn't make this happen, you can use this this high motivation as a distraction almost from the Tower moment. So that is going to be a blessing for you, that month of December words. So let's look at a challenge. What is a challenge that Sagittarius gonna go through in December? Challenge for Sagittarius. I have the Four of Swords. If you get it focused, and the Four of Swords is a card of like a temporary timeout. So whether that is the Tower moment, or the Tower could also be something that has been a long time coming. What is the thing with the Tower is that the base is not, the foundation is not stable, which makes it so that the Tower collapses. That one little thing, in this case one strike of thunder, is gonna make the entire Tower collapse, and that collapsing is gonna happen in December. So that could be a lot of pressure being put on you, and then the Tower kind of gets destroyed. And then the Four of Swords indicates that you need to take a little bit of a time out. You need to take a little bit of a rest. You need to do some self-care. You need to just take a little bit of rest. And I think that is going to be a challenge in of itself for you, because many of you might not really be the type of person to really take a rest, to take some time for yourself. If I look at the Sagittarius that I have in my life, I have quite a few. They're not really the type of people to take a rest and to take some time for themselves, because they're all go, 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 and they always have something going on. So that might be the case for you as well. But I think that, and that is a challenge, to find a way to take some care of yourself, because that is really, really gonna be super beneficial for you this month, and it's really, really encouraged. So don't be stubborn about that. Okay, now I want to look at some like advice. What is like a step that you can take, Sagittarius, in the month of December? What is something that you can do? I have the Page of Pentacles, and this is a new opportunity. It is enthusiasm and it's growth. So overall advice, we have manifestation. So I think what is really important here, the overall advice, is to just take the next step. Take an opportunity that is not necessarily being handed to you, but take an opportunity that is there. I think that is really important. The time off, take that rest. I think that is really important. And don't lose your enthusiasm for life, because that is something that I feel like Sagittarius are most known for, their enthusiasm for life. And you are encouraged to not lose that, because that is going to be a challenge for you in the month of December. So Sagittarius, that is the reading for you for the month of December. I hope it resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments down below how this resonated with you. Would love to hear from you. You can book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the link in the description box below. You can also subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos on tarot, because I do that all the time. And for now, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your monthly prediction reading for the month of December. So let's get right into it. What is the monthly energy for December for Capricorn? What is the... I have the Three of Pentacles, which is interesting because I don't see that in this card, but the Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration, of teamwork, on working on a common goal. So I do see Capricorn as overall a very hard worker. They take their responsibility very seriously, and some of you might be the type of person who, and I'm laughing, who feel like nobody else can do this job as well as I can, so I'm just gonna do it myself. And I think that for the month of December, it's really important for you that you're gonna learn how to work together with somebody. There might be something that you're doing where either you are assigned to work with another person, or it's just best to work with another person. And that is something that you're really gonna grow in the month of December. To work together, to collaborate, to work towards a common goal with another person. And sometimes that's a little tough, because sometimes even though you work towards a common goal, maybe your methods are different, your way of handling things are different, and it's really important to remember that you are working towards a common goal, and that teamwork makes the dream work. I couldn't even finish that sentence. So let's look at some blessings. What are some blessings that Capricorn can expect in the month of December? I have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups to me represents two things, options and illusions. So there might be a lot of options, but not all options are as viable. I don't know if this is regarding the same thing as the Three of Pentacles, as the teamwork thing. I think this is sort of separate from that actually. The Seven of Cups, you can see it here. There are so many cups, but they seem to be not real. So is there something that you're focusing on that is not real, that you're just making up in your head? I don't really know how that is a blessing, so I am gonna pull another card for that. Is there something that I'm not seeing in the Seven of Cups? Because I see this as like illusion, as very much wishful thinking, and maybe even sticking to a fantasy. So I see this as very Pisces kind of, which is interesting because I see this as Pisces energy, even though the Seven of Cups astrologically is associated with Venus in Scorpio. So that's interesting. But it's like, actually I could see that, yeah. But very fantasy kind of thinking. So if you have been very much sticking to that wishful thinking and to this sort of fantasy world that you may have thought up in your mind for some things, like maybe you've been building something up to be really, really great. What I think will bring you blessings is to kind of return to that clarity and to try and see things a little bit more clearly, because that's just gonna really help you a lot, and that is what is going to bring you blessings. I actually want, because it's like choices, I want to know what this illusion, what this is talking about. What is this talking about? Six of Rods, recognition, being proud of how far you've come, even though there's still a way to go. That is another blessing. I don't know if it necessarily has something to do with the Seven of Cups, but I think that whatever thing it is that you're doing, I think you need to take a moment in December to celebrate how far you've come. Even though you're not at the end yet, you still have a long way to go, but that doesn't mean that we cannot celebrate our successes and acknowledge our hard work throughout the journey. And I guess that is something that a lot of you still needed to hear. So let's move on from the blessings and go into the challenges. What challenges can you expect? Ooh, I have the King of Pentacles. Let me get it focused. The King of Pentacles. In my mind, oh, you can see all the incense there. Anyway, the King of Pentacles is somebody to me who has a lot of security, strength, and they are very knowledgeable. But we have this as a... Ooh, there's a lot of incense. Okay. Anyway, this is as a challenge. So as a challenge, we could see this as being very stubborn, because the Zodiac, the astrological association with the King of Pentacles, is an earth sign, a fixed earth sign, so that is Taurus. So if we look at challenges, it could be being a little bit stubborn, and whether that is with the recognition, with the illusions, with whatever wishful thinking you're doing. It can also be regarding the teamwork, that you're encouraged to work on your stubbornness. I'm just laughing because I can just picture it. I can picture a Capricorn working together and being very stubborn about the way that they're doing things. I can just picture it. And I think another challenge for you is to not be as intimidating. Like, you know your shit and you know your responsibility, and you take that responsibility seriously, and that can be very intimidating. So I think the most challenging thing here is how you put yourself forward towards others, to not be overly stubborn, to not be overly intimidating. I don't think it's bad to be intimidating, but I think because we get that here in challenges, that it's important to just be aware of that. And what we can also sometimes see in the King of Pentacles, I'm looking at it in reverse because it's a challenge, but what we see in the King of Pentacles reverse is being very much obsessed with wealth and money. And I can see that for Capricorn in general to be a challenge. So I think that is also something that you need to be aware of. So let's look at a card for overall advice, overall the next step that you can take. I have the King of Cups. Ooh, we have two kings. We have the King of Cups as overall advice. So think somebody who is very emotionally balanced. There's room for them, but there's also room for another person. That is sort of how I tend to see the King of Cups. I see the King of Cups as somebody who's very diplomatic, and I think that is another keyword that I personally associate with Capricorn as well. So that is something that should come very easy to you, and that is something that you can put forward about yourself. Just your calm, diplomatic, that sort of side of you, especially when it comes to collaborating. So I think that is something that you are encouraged to do. And then overall, the King of Cups is inspirational, inspiring, creative, and I definitely feel like you are encouraged to hold on to that part of yourself as well. So just because you're working with somebody else, and you know there are going to be compromises, those compromises are not just on your side, they are also on their side. So you need to be very fair in the way that you both, or all of you go about things, and you shouldn't lose that inspiring creative side of you, if that makes sense. So Capricorn, that was the reading for you. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below how this resonated. You can also book always book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the link in the description box below. If you want to see more videos on tarot, definitely subscribe to this channel. All this smoke, it's almost done. That's why it's smoking so much. Anyway, you can always subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos on tarot. For now, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for the month of December. Let's head right in. We're starting with the overall energy of the month for Aquarius. And I have the Wheel of Fortune. This card has been popping up a couple of times in these readings, so you might have seen it before. But the Wheel of Fortune is a change. So a change to me, literally, like especially here, like it's the turning of the wheel. So things are turning around. So some of you might have had a really shitty month in November, and that's kind of gonna turn around in in December. But we're gonna get into the rest of the reading, what that looks like, what it is that you can do yourself. But that is what I'm seeing so far when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune as an overall energy. It is a general energy of better luck. That is definitely what I'm seeing when it comes to the energy for December. For some of you, there might be a little bit of a transition into a new job, a new relationship, new domestic transition, but that is something that you know better than I do. So yeah, the turning of the wheel is what I'm seeing for the energy of December. Let's get into blessings. What blessings can you expect for the month of December? I really like this card, the Two of Cups. So some of you might get the chance to deepen a relationship with somebody who's already in your life. I think that is the case for most people. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, it can be a platonic relationship, but that is going to be getting even deeper. The sharing, maybe there's something that's going to happen that creates a bond with you and somebody already in your life. For some of you, there might be a totally new person coming into your life that you're gonna bond with and that you're gonna create a strong connection with. But that is what I see in the Two of Cups. Other things that you can see in the Two of Cups are like a commitment. So the Two of Cups is about a sort of a partnership. Usually people do see it as a romantic partnership or a romantic relationship, because we do also have the cups here indicating emotions, but it's just, to me, it's a relationship, a partnership where there are emotions involved. Those emotions can be romantic, but they don't always have to be. That is just how I personally interpret this. So that is what I have for blessings. The blessings is whatever is coming out of this deepening of the relationship. And that can be a beautiful friendship, it can be a romantic relationship, but that is something that I see for blessings for Aquarius. Let's look at challenges for Aquarius in the month of December. What challenges? We have two cards. I have the Three of Rods and I have the Magician. So I think here, first of all, with the Three of Rods, that's really hard to say. Let's just say Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is usually a card of embarking on a journey, exploring, having potential, seeing the potential. But when we have it in reverse, it's more of a card of playing it small. You're a little bit afraid. You're playing it small. You're not taking the big steps. You're not really doing the things. And you have like a limited perspective, almost like these I don't know the English words, but these guys having them on and not trying to see the big picture maybe. And we also have the Magician. So upright, I always see the Magician as manifestation, having a lot of skills, taking inspired action. But when it's in reverse, it can be that either you are manipulating somebody else, but in this case, I think you're being manipulated into not seeing the full picture. I think you're being manipulated in taking an action that doesn't feel genuine, that doesn't feel natural, that doesn't feel right in some way. That is what I'm feeling for some of you Aquarius. And other things that can come with the Magician in reverse is some mental confusion. So there might be some things going on. Maybe the turning of the wheel, this change is messing with your head a little bit, and that is something that you need to get over. So that could be part of it as well, whatever change that is. But overall, I see that you're a little bit unfocused, and I think December is going to be a great time for you to reset your goals, to rewrite them, to for some of you even make a new plan or something like that, so you can kind of refocus yourself on your goals and to find your motivation again that way. So let's look at overall advice for the month of December. What advice do you have for Aquarius month of December? I have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody who's very wise. They are emotionally balanced. So when I look at this as an advice card, I would have to say to be trusting in other people, but mostly trusting yourself. Don't be overly trusting in other people. Put your trust in yourself because you know you can trust yourself. Other things that I see in the King of Cups is it's a card of being emotionally balanced, of being able to recognize your emotions and to put them into good use. So that is another thing that you are being encouraged to act on, that if you feel an emotion, to allow yourself to feel it. Don't immediately take action on it. Don't push it away. But kind of being in the balance of that, of using your emotions for something good, for something productive. So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. I would love to hear in the comments down below how this reading resonated with you. You can always book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me in the through the link in the description box below. I would love to work together with you. You can also always subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos on tarot, because I do those all the time. For now, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi Pisces, and welcome to your reading, your prediction reading for the month of December. So let's head right in. We are starting with overall energy of the month. I have the 9 of Cups with the card of the Lovers. So the Lovers can indicate a deep commitment with somebody. It can indicate some sort of decision having to be made. And with the 9 of Cups, it's about contentment. So you have come such a long way. It's not like, it's like the perfect place to be, because this is a card of genuine happiness. And I think that for the month of December, you are encouraged to take a look at the people who you have in your life and who are you grateful for, and to really almost sort of practice that gratitude. Maybe some of you are into like gratitude journals or journaling in general, and I think you are encouraged to take a look at the place where you are in this life and to really be grateful about how far that you've come, all that you've accomplished, but also all the people in your life who you have a deep love for. I think that that is that there's something in December that's gonna make you realize that this is the overall energy of the month. You being really happy, really satisfied with the people that you have in your life and the relationships that you have created with people. That is so beautiful, Pisces. Now let's look at some blessings, as if those are not blessings enough, right? Let's look at some blessings that you're gonna get, that you can expect in the month of December, Pisces. Blessings for Pisces in December. Let's see. I have 2 cards. I have the Knight of Rods and I have the 9 of Rods. So again, we have that resilience, being resilient and having gotten so far and celebrating that, and knowing that even though you already are at an amazing point in your life right now, your life is not over. This is not it. There's still a way to go, and remembering that and keep being resilient and keep being determined and keep going on. I think that that is very important for some of you to hear right now, and that is a blessing in itself, that you are able to go on and you are able to be determined and to be resilient and to keep going. Then we also have the Knight of Rods or the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is more of a card of like, I see it as like, it's my like adventure card. So I see this as being adventurous, but I'm trying to relate it to blessing, something good that's coming out of it. We have lust for life. That is definitely something that is associated with the Knight of Wands, being very passionate, having a lot of energy, wanting to go on adventure, being careful to not be too impulsive. So some of you might take like a little trip away, or you are encouraged to take a trip away with some of the people who you love. I think that's going to be great for some of you, Pisces, that those are going to be blessings in your life. Taking a little adventure, taking a little trip, getting a little bit outside of your comfort zone. I think that is going to be great for you. So let's look at some challenges for the month of December. So challenges for Pisces in December. I keep getting 2 cards for everything. Such a luxury, Pisces. I have the Ace of Pentacles and I have the 10 of Pentacles. So the first thing that makes me that I think of is we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is the beginning, getting the opportunity, and then the Ten of Pentacles, which is the fruition. So you've gone through the entire journey, in this case of the Suit of the Pentacles, and this tells me that sometimes you want things too fast. You're just in the beginning of your journey and you want to go really fast because you want to get to the end result. But it's not always about the end results. It's not always about where you want to go. It's about the journey too. We don't just have an Ace of Pentacles and a Ten of Pentacles. We also have the 2 through 9 of Pentacles, and they are all important. They are all part of the journey. And that is the sort of energy that I'm getting here when it comes to challenges. Sometimes some of you Pisces might want things too quickly, and you're really focused on the end goal, the end result, and not necessarily so much on the journey that you have to do to get there. Now when we look at the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, because it is a challenge, there are challenges that you're going to encounter or that you can expect in December. So the Ace of Pentacles, when we look at it in reverse, it encourages you to be a little bit frugal, because money might be a little tight. Money might be a little tight in the month of December for some of you. Of course, we have the holidays, whatever holiday that you celebrate. Oftentimes we see that finances get a little bit tight around this time of the year. So that is something that I see as a challenge. And then another challenge with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Again, we have that insecureness of the finances, but it can also be, so we started out with the Nine of Cups, being very content, being very happy, being in a very good place. And I think that is what you need to focus on instead of seeing the dark side of that. So the dark side of it is like, oh, this is my peak. It cannot get any better than this. And then you're gonna like spiral, and you're like encouraged to not do that. So sort of like the dark, it sounds so weird, but like the dark side of happiness, thinking that this is it, and I'm never ever gonna feel as happy as I do now. I'm never gonna feel as great as I do now. This is it for me. It's not. It's not. So let's see some overall advice for the month, or a practical step that you can actually take. Doesn't make sense, but let's see. I have the Chariot and the Strength card. So the Chariot is a card of, it is a card of resilience, but it's more a card of, to me, control. And this one is that too, the Strength card. They're both of control. So trying to take a little bit more of control. And I think that this is a great reminder that you can do anything that you set your mind to, as long as you keep being determined, as you keep nurturing the relationships that you have with other people, as well as keep nurturing the relationship that you have with yourself. I feel like especially Pisces are people who can give a lot of themselves to other people, and they don't necessarily expect the same in return, which is good, because you shouldn't just give to give, but it's also okay to allow something back, to receive something back, to not necessarily expect that, but it's okay to be like, okay, but I've done on this and this and this, and I haven't gotten anything back. So it's that. So giving that love to yourself as well, being compassionate towards yourself as well. So that is the reading for you, Pisces. I basically drew the most cards for you than I did for anybody else, but you know what? You're always last, so you deserve it. You're always last in the Zodiac thing, so you deserve it. Anyway, I hope this resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments down below how this resonated with you. If you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the link in the description box below. If you want to see more videos on tarot, definitely subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.